In 2023, Apple faced the most embarrassing moment in history, and this year will be recorded in history. Apple, which once held an unassailable position, is now facing overtake by Chinese competitors. Huawei's Mate 60 series is equipped with a new self-developed Kirin chip, which not only achieves 5G network speeds, but also achieves results that are quite surprising and shocking to Western countries when Huawei is under heavy siege. In comparison, the reputation and popularity of the iPhone 15 series are not as good as those of the Huawei Mate 60 series. The iPhone 15 Pro is particularly dismal, with prices falling all the way, even by nearly 2,000 yuan. In addition, domestic mobile phone brands such as Xiaomi and Honor have also made great progress in the Chinese market. According to IDC data, Xiaomi has surpassed Apple and become the number one in the Chinese market. Apple's decline is obvious. If it does not change the status quo, it will face the risk of losing its dominance in the Chinese market and the global smartphone market. At the same time, Samsung has released its first AI mobile phone and has emerged in the folding screen mobile phone market. However, Apple's competitiveness in these aspects is obviously not as good as before. In addition, although Apple has proposed a plan to build a car, there has been no concrete progress so far, while domestic mobile phone manufacturers Huawei and Xiaomi have been actively working in the field of electric vehicles. Cook himself also plans to retire, and Apple is about to face a critical moment in replacing its CEO. At such an important turning point, Apple's change of coach to change the status quo is beneficial, but there are also problems. Faced with this situation, it is necessary for China to think and leave comments to discuss Apple's future development path. Huawei Mate 60 series, performance beyond expectations. The release of the Huawei Mate 60 series surprised the world. Its new self-developed Kirin chip and the realization of 5G network speed allowed Huawei to deliver a brilliant answer even when Huawei was under siege. The success of Huawei's Mate 60 series has challenged Western countries' doubts about Huawei and shocked other mobile phone manufacturers. This move once again proves the strong strength of Chinese enterprises in the field of science and technology. However, the success of Huawei Mate 60 series is no accident. Huawei has been investing huge energy and resources in self-developed chips, which has given them a leading edge in chip technology. In addition, Huawei also has outstanding performance in the 5G field. The implementation of this technology has brought users a faster network experience. Huawei's success is not only due to technological breakthroughs, but also because they can adapt to market demand and launch products that meet user expectations in a timely manner. iPhone 15 series, the dilemma of losing advantage. After the release of Huawei Mate 60 series, Apple launched the iPhone 15 series, but it did not achieve the expected results. In contrast, the iPhone 15 series has encountered difficulties in terms of reputation and popularity, especially the iPhone 15 Pro. In order to save itself, Apple has been forced to adjust prices multiple times, which has almost never happened in the past. Apple mobile phones have always been known for maintaining their value, but now their prices have dropped significantly. Changes in market demand and the rise of competitors have caused Apple to lose its past market advantage. It is worth noting that Apple is not without its efforts. However, their efforts do not seem to be comparable to those of Chinese companies. Compared with Chinese mobile phone brands such as Huawei, Apple's innovation seems to be insufficient, especially in the fields of folding screen mobile phones and electric vehicles. This has led to a gradual decline in Apple's position in the market, requiring aggressive reform measures to regain market share. The rise of Chinese mobile phone brands. In addition to Huawei, other Chinese mobile phone manufacturers such as Xiaomi and Honor are also making great progress in the Chinese market and are posing an increasing threat to Apple. According to IDC data, Xiaomi has surpassed Apple to become the number one in the Chinese market. Xiaomi's market share reached 16.5%, while Apple's share was only 15.9%. Moreover, Xiaomi's year-on-year growth rate was as high as 25.8%, while Huawei and Honor's year-on-year growth rates were 59.2% and 12.4% respectively. At the same time, Apple's year-on-year growth was negative and its performance was poor. The rise of Chinese mobile phone brands has caused Apple to lose its absolute competitive advantage in the Chinese market. This trend has undoubtedly sounded the alarm for Apple. If changes are not made, Apple may lose the Chinese market, and may also lose its leadership position in the global smartphone market. Apple is no longer the king it once was, and their core competitiveness is no longer what it once was. In addition, Samsung has launched its first AI mobile phone and achieved success in the folding screen mobile phone market. At the same time, domestic mobile phone manufacturers such as Huawei and Xiaomi are also actively developing electric vehicles. Apple not only lags behind in the field of mobile phones, but also lacks progress in the field of new energy vehicles. As Cook plans to retire, Apple faces a major turning point. Whether a coaching change can bring about the changes Apple needs is a question that needs to be considered. A coaching change may bring new ideas and strategies, but it may also lead to leadership instability and internal chaos. Therefore, Apple needs to think carefully and develop pragmatic and feasible solutions. Apple should increase investment in technology research and development and innovation to maintain its leading position in the market. They need to pay attention to user needs and market changes, and launch products that adapt to the trends of the times in a timely manner. Especially in the field of folding screen mobile phones and new energy vehicles, Apple should speed up its pace to catch up with competitors and make technological breakthroughs. In addition, Apple should also strengthen communication and cooperation with the Chinese market and Chinese consumers. China is the world's largest smartphone market, and the development of the Chinese market has become one of Apple's important strategies. Understanding the needs and characteristics of the Chinese market and launching products that suit the tastes of Chinese users are the keys to Apple's success in the Chinese market. In short, Apple faces serious challenges from Chinese competitors. They need to pay close attention to changes in the market and technology, and adjust strategies and product positioning in a timely manner to maintain market competitiveness. For Apple, only by constantly innovating and surpassing itself can it regain its lost market share and maintain its leadership position in the global smartphone market.